Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Herbert to throw right away. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert. Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It's Eckler again. Evades him at the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. DeAndre Carter back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Eckler now between the tackles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that fourth down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big time.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Up the middle with Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The Chargers at 11-3 on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to try and run with Spiller. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1, didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaimed center stage.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Going back to Allen. He's got him again.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On second down, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Back to Taylor on first down.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to Pierce.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Out to his left. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer.
Touchdown!
Josh Palmer
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
That caught by Manhertz.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. Williams brings it in.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 2nd down, Eckler.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
85 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler.
Brought down at the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's Eckler again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, a give to Spiller.
And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Ashton Doolin.
51 yards.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. The quick slant caught. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give to Spiller, and he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Ryan.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Now Ryan. Open man left side. It's a tight end man, Hurts. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Toss play to Jackson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Asante Samuel Jr. there finding his way to the ball for a stop and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, another carry for Jackson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Charger drive about to get going. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Again, they run it with Spiller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run behind center with Spiller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll run here with Spiller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Kelly will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
On the handoff, Spiller.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
138 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's a handoff to Spiller.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run up the gut with Kelly. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Dio Dangbo there to make the play defensively. Right back to Spiller on second down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Back to throw. Herbert. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground with Spiller.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Spiller.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Chargers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. I've heard you use.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Sebastian Joseph Day
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Ryan. And it's caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Jackson is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. A delayed give to Spiller.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. A give up the middle to Kelly. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Isaiah Spiller.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways it can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan.
And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Caught by Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go on 4th down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First, and it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to pass here with Herbert rolling to his right. And he fends him off. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Chargers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside